The 20th century witnessed dramatic shifts in fashion, reflecting evolving social norms and cultural values. Two decades in particular stand out for their iconic styles, the Roaring Twenties and the Fabulous 50s. The 1920s saw women shedding restrictive clothing for looser silhouettes and shorter hemlines. In contrast, the 1950s embraced a more feminine and glamorous aesthetic, epitomized by Christian Dior's new look. Let's delve into these glamorous decades, exploring the trends, designers, and cultural impacts that continue to shape fashion today. The 1920s roared with a youthful energy that reverberated through every aspect of society, especially fashion. Women embraced newfound liberation, rejecting restrictive corsets and long skirts for more comfortable and daring attire. The flapper dress became the defining garment of the decade.
These dresses, with their dropped waistlines and hemlines that rose to daring heights just below the knee, allowed for unprecedented freedom of movement.
My designs emphasize simplicity, comfort, and functionality, a stark contrast to the elaborate and restrictive clothing of the past. The iconic little black dress became a symbol of chic sophistication and continues to be a wardrobe staple today.
Men's fashion also underwent a transformation, with more relaxed and comfortable styles. The flapper dresses, bobbed haircuts, and relaxed silhouettes continue to inspire designers and fashion enthusiasts alike. Following the austerity of World War II, the 1950s ushered in an era of renewed prosperity and a yearning for glamour. Christian Dior's new look, launched in 1947, perfectly captured this sentiment.
My revolutionary designs reintroduced a feminine silhouette with cinched waists, full skirts, and soft shoulders.
While Dior's creations epitomized elegance, the 1950s also witnessed the rise of casual wear. Blue jeans, once associated with working-class men, became a symbol of youthful rebellion and a wardrobe essential for both men and women.
Hollywood icons like Marlon Brando and James Dean popularized the rebellious cool of jeans and t-shirts. The glamour of Hollywood also heavily influenced 1950s fashion.
The 1950s marked a fascinating juxtaposition of elegance and casualness, reflecting the evolving lifestyles and aspirations of post-war society. A fashion is never just about clothing. It is a powerful reflection of the social, cultural, and economic forces shaping a particular era. Both the 1920s and the 1950s exemplify this intimate connection between fashion and societal change. The Roaring Twenties saw women entering the workforce in greater numbers and demanding the right to vote. The flapper dress, with its loose silhouette and shorter hemline, became a symbol of this newfound independence. In the 1950s, after the hardships of World War II, there was a yearning for stability and a return to traditional values. Dior's new look, with its emphasis on femininity and elegance, perfectly captured this sentiment. The rise of casual wear, particularly blue jeans and t-shirts, hinted at the brewing youth rebellion that would explode in the following decade. The fashion of both the 1920s and the 1950s reveals how clothing can be both a reflection of and a catalyst for social change. Paris and Milan have long reigned as the undisputed capitals of the fashion world, and their influence during the 1920s and 1950s was undeniable. In the 1920s, Paris was at the epicenter of the fashion revolution. Designers like Coco Chanel, Jean Lanvin, and Madeleine Vionnet captivated the world with their innovative designs. Milan began to emerge as a fashion force in the post-war era. The 1950s saw the rise of Italian fashion houses like Gucci, Prada, and Ferragamo, which gained international recognition for their exquisite craftsmanship. Both Paris and Milan played pivotal roles in shaping the fashion landscape of these decades. The echoes of the 1920s and 1950s continue to resonate in contemporary fashion, proving the enduring influence of these iconic decades. Designers consistently draw inspiration from these eras, reinterpreting classic silhouettes, patterns, and details for modern audiences. The flapper dress, with its drop waist and fringed embellishments, frequently makes appearances on runways and red carpets. The little black dress, a timeless classic popularized by Coco Chanel, remains a wardrobe staple. Dior's new look continues to inspire designers who reinterpret its feminine silhouettes for contemporary collections. The full skirts, cinched waists, and playful prints of the 1950s have found new life in modern fashion. The enduring appeal of these decades lies not just in their aesthetic appeal, but also in their embodiment of specific cultural values and aspirations. These decades remind us that true style transcends time and that fashion at its core is about self-expression, storytelling, and capturing the spirit of an era.